Hey YouTube, this is T-Pain NFA, and this is a video over why my helmet, my Pro-Tec helmet, is set up the way it is, and how I set it up like this. Anyway, I started out with a base model Pro-Tec classic skate helmet. You know, they're available at a lot of skate shops, bike shops, different places like that. Just don't buy that cheap piece of crap that they sell at Walmart that looks like it. Just go ahead and spend your money and get the actual Pro-Tec. The actual Pro-Tec is actually cut a little bit deeper this way than that crap they sell at Walmart. And that's why I would go ahead and get that. You know, that's a little bit more protection for your head. Anyway, I put a set of Oakley dirt goggles on it. It's just your standard Oakley motocross type goggles. I think I paid like maybe $30 or $35 for these. You know, fairly cheap. I also went in with a black magic marker and scribbled out the white O. I thought it looked kind of dumb with a big white O on the side of it. Anyway, moving on. This is the ACH NVG bracket. This is from that ACH helmet. Anyway, I started to drill a hole in it and mount it up with the nut and bolt that came on the ACH, but I decided not to because I was afraid that being the helmet's thinner, that bolt might poke into my head. So I just decided to go ahead and buy a PAS GT NVG strap. This strap is actually normally used on the PAS GT helmets and sometimes on that ACH whenever there's not a hole drilled in it. But anyway, basically you just loop it through that little thing in the top of it, little slot, and bring it up over. It's got this little ratchet top piece here for quick adjustments, and then the rear bracket just hooks up under the back of the helmet, and then once you get it tight enough, you just latch this part down. It's like a little lever, and you just torque the whole entire assembly down over the helmet, and it actually works really well and is very stable in the end. Also, for this NVG bracket, I have this Rhino arm. Pretty much all you would need with this would be the J-arm and the PVS 14s, which I can get a J-arm fairly cheap. I just can't get the PVS 14s cheap. I wish I could, but they're normally running about $3,000 for a set of new PVS 14s. Or that's what they're running for on eBay. I don't know if those are new or used. I didn't really pay attention. Anyway, that's the Rhino arm hooked up on the helmet. You just fold it down whenever you would need to use your NVGs, but you know, I don't have any. Hopefully I'll be able to find some if anything bad ever happened, but I'm not holding my breath on that. As you might notice here, the way that goggle strap is laying, that's normally, you know, not the way one would lay. It's because you can see the edge of it here. I put some hook side Velcro under there, which grabs hold of the inside of that NVG of that goggle strap pretty well and holds it in place. I mean, it works, you know, and it was cheap, easy to do, you know. Whatever works. If it works, then do it. Also, I added some hook side, not hook, but loop side Velcro to each side, as well as on the rear of the helmet. And the reason I added it on the rear was originally for a infrared tab, but now I'm not really going to put one on there. But I did leave the Velcro on there so I could add the strobe on. The strobe is an STU-5E strobe. They're pretty much obsolete nowadays. They were first started in circulation in the military in, I think, sometime into Vietnam, but they have been in use as late as, I believe, the 90s. I'm pretty sure like the early to middle 90s. And the current version is the MS-2000, which I'm about like 99% positive is the only strobe that has been issued throughout the Iraq and Afghan wars. I'm pretty sure that this is not currently in use. Anyway, it comes inside of this green plastic sleeve that just holds it on the back of the helmet. The sleeve, I have a on the sleeve I have a elastic strap going around that's stuck in between some Velcro, which the Velcro is stuck onto the helmet, and I've got this strap going down over the Velcro, between the Velcro platform and between this this elastic strap, and then that rear mount bracket, that hook, goes over the rear of my goggle strap to retain those, which it works pretty well. And anyway, if you want to use the strobe, there's a little button on the bottom side of it. You just click it, and it turns right on. just like that. And anyway, if you don't want to have it mounted to the back of your helmet, you can simply pull it out like this and use it, like hold it in your hand, put it down on something, hand it to someone else, let them use it, whatever. You know, and it just blinks like that over and over and over again. I'm not really sure what the battery life is like on it, but the specs I did read on the internet said that this thing is supposed to be visible for up to 3 miles on a clear night. So that's pretty good, you know, and that could, I mean, this could save your life one day if you gotten hurt or whatever, and there was a rescue crew looking for you. You know, this could very well save your life. And anyway, this thing normally ran on some kind of obsolete battery that is no longer made. The military stopped using them because I think they were like some kind of environmental safety hazard. But anyway, this is your battery cap. It used to have a battery that was like that long. Now it runs on 2 CR123 batteries. The same batteries that go in a Surefire light. For those of you that don't know what a CR123 is. Anyway, it's got this little push button switch on the bottom of it. It's got this little rubber cap over it. And they say this thing is like waterproof down to, I think, something like 50 feet or something like that. But anyway, you know, I mean, I'm not planning on going swimming with it or anything. But as long as it's good to go as far as rainwater is concerned, I'm happy. You know, but the reason I mounted it straight up, sticking off the top of the helmet like this, or not off the top, but pointed up on the back of the helmet, is because, you know, I mean, normally whenever you activate these things, it's for air crews, and you know, a lot of the guys in the Navy, they'll have these things on like a helmet or on them somewhere so they can turn it on, and they'll be pointing up like that, so that whenever they turn it on, if they fall overboard and they have it on out there in the ocean, the search and rescue guys can easily see them. I think this would also be good if, you know, you were in the woods and you were trying to get help or whatever, and there was a helicopter circling above, like a search and rescue helicopter or airplane, and you could signal them with that at nighttime. Also, on the front of the helmet, I have a standard headlamp. I bought that at Walmart. It has multiple functions. Let me show you. You rotate this little switch on the side forward. Hold on, let me turn off the light. Anyway, you rotate the switch on the front forward. That's the low setting. There's medium, and then there's high. Go back to the off position, and then rotate it in the reverse direction. You have red and blue. Now, the cool thing about the blue is that it picks up on the color white. So, like the white stripes in that bed cover, and even that kind of, the little bit of like tan that's in that helmet, and the tin on the walls, it'll pick up on it really, really well. And we'll swing around here to the desk, and you can see it's picking up on that white paper right there, that white name tag, and all the other crap I have laid on my desk. It's not really, it's picking up on his white shirt pretty well, as you can see, and then the wall behind him. Anyway, that's it. That's just a standard headlamp I bought out of the sporting goods section of Walmart, and you know, I think it was like 25 bucks. I just took the stupid little headband off. I didn't have to cut it or anything. It's got these little notches here in it, and I was able to just slide it right out. I stuck a piece of Velcro under it, stuck that down on the helmet, and then wrapped the NVG strap up and over the actual bracket that the head strap goes through, and locked it down. That thing is on there tight now. I mean, Optimus Prime would have a time ripping that thing off. And anyway, you know, that's pretty good. And another good thing about the blue light is that it tends to pick up on whites very well. So, like, if you're a law enforcement officer and you're looking for a suspect, and he was described as having on, you know, clothing that had white on it, such as a shirt with white stripes or just a white shirt or whatever, you can enter a building and have that light on, and it'll pick up on his shirt really, really well. So if he's, you know, hiding somewhere, you know, waiting to, you know, do something bad, then because he's being a little pansy, then, you know, y'all can pick up on him easily and not be surprised. Anyway, that's how it should work in theory. You know, that's in a perfect world too. That doesn't mean that's how it would work in the real world. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.